prayed a prayer so no change. Kept believing but nothing rearranged. I watched doors open for everyone else, but mine stayed closed, shelf after shelf. I kept my faith but my hope fell thin, like I was stuck at the start again. Every promise felt delayed, every step forward looked like a wait. I asked myself, is this worth the cost? How long do I carry what I feel lost? I stayed obedient, still unseen, wondering if fate was more than a dream. I told myself I was strong enough, but even strong men get tired and tough. I didn't doubt you were still God, I just didn't know how long I could nod and wait. I stood right there between amen and I'm done, between what I felt and what you begun. I didn't hear thunder, didn't see a sign, just a quiet voice saying this is still mine. When I almost gave up, you gave me strength, not for the sprint, but for the length. I didn't see change, but I stayed when I almost gave up. You said wait, when I almost gave up, you helped me stay. I wasn't finished, I just wasn't ready. I didn't quit, I stayed in place. When I almost gave up, you gave me grace. I learned endurance isn't loud or proud. Sometimes it's staying when you wanna bow. Sometimes it's doing the same right thing, with no applause and no guarantee. I wanted proof that it wasn't in vain, wanted something invisible to change the pain. But you asked me to trust unseen work, roots growing deep where nobody looks. I saw my flaws louder than your voice, every delay felt like a wrong choice. But you reminded me time doesn't erase what you plant grows at heaven's pace. I realized quitting wouldn't heal me, it would only teach my fear to leave me. So I stayed faithful in the unknown, not because it felt good, but because I was called. I didn't need answers, I needed resolve. I didn't need speed, I needed endurance. When I almost gave up, you gave me peace, not by removing the weight, but helping me breathe. I stayed the course, I didn't flee. When I almost gave up, you carried me. When I almost gave up, you whispered truth. Don't judge a season by what you don't see move. I held on weak, but I held on through. When I almost gave up, you stayed true. I don't need a finish line today, I just need strength to stay. I don't need everything explained, I just need faith to remain. Teach me patience, not escape. Teach me purpose in the way. If you call me, I'll stand still. Even when it's hard, I will. When I almost gave up, I grew instead, not in comfort, but in death. I didn't break, I bent and stayed. When I almost gave up, you made a way. When I almost gave up, I saw it clear. The wind wasn't leaving, it was staying here. I didn't quit, I didn't fold. When I almost gave up, you made me bold. I didn't stop because it was easy, I stayed because you were faithful. I knew the truth, I just didn't wanna hear. Every time you spoke, I felt exposed by the spirit. Conviction hit hard, so I stayed distracted. Caught it being busy when I was really reacting. I said later every time you knocked on my chest. Said I'm fine, but my peace was a mess, yeah. I wasn't lost, I was avoiding the cost, cause obedience meant losing things I still wanted to hold. I kept my faith on the shelf, not denied. Still believe, just lived it on the side. I prayed quick prayers just to say I did, but avoided the quiet where you deal with my sin. I ran the noise, ran the people, ran fast. Anything to keep me from facing my past. I told myself I had time to change, didn't know the late was still walking away. I thought distance would keep me safe, but every step just deepened the ache. I tried to outrun what you already saw, didn't know grace was still at the door. When I ran from God, you didn't chase me with shame. You waited in love, still calling my name. I was tired of running, still stuck in my ways. When I ran from God, you stayed the same. When I ran from God, you didn't turn away. You stood in the distance, letting me stray. And when I turned back, you met me halfway. When I ran from God, you stayed. I learned distance doesn't mean escape. You still see me even when I changed pace. Every road I took to feel alive just proved you were missing from my life. I chased relief instead of truth. Temporary fixes that wore me loose. I wore confidence like armor and steel, but inside I was breaking for real. I told myself I was still in control, but pride was driving out my soul. I blamed the pressure, blamed the stress. Never admitted I was scared to confess. I thought surrender meant losing myself. Didn't know it meant finding real help. I hit dead ends, hit walls, hit lows, till I couldn't run anymore, and you already knew. I ran out of strength, I ran out of pride. I stopped pretending, I dropped the disguise. When I ran from God, you didn't chase me with shame. You waited in love, still calling my name. I was tired of running, still stuck in my ways. When I ran from God, you stayed the same. When I ran from God, you never let go. You watched every step, even when I said no. And when I broke down, you said come home. When I ran from God, you stayed close. I thought I had gone too far, thought I crossed a line, but mercy doesn't measure distance, it just waits on time. You didn't cancel the call and didn't rewrite my name. You stayed consistent even when I changed. I ran out of reasons, I ran out of road. You were standing right there saying I never let you go. When I ran from God, you pulled me back in. Not with condemnation, but mercy again. I laid down my fear, I laid down my shame. When I ran from God, you stayed the same. When I ran from God, you restored my sight. Turned all my detours into redeemed life. I didn't find you, you found me that night. When I ran from God, you saved my life. I didn't lose him, I lost my way. He was still there the whole time.
I wore a smile, didn't fit my face. Played my role, kept up the pace. Said the right things, laughed on cue, but inside I didn't know who I grew into. I blended in just to feel secure, traded conviction for something sure. I called it growth, but it felt like loss. Every shortcut came with a hidden cost. I said yes when I should've walked away. Let comfort tell me it was okay. Little compromise, nothing loud, till I couldn't hear myself in the crowd. I wasn't living lies, just half true, chasing approval, I didn't need to prove. I lost my head, I lost my fire, trying to fit inside everyone else's desire. I looked in the mirror, didn't feel aligned. Saw a version of me I didn't recognize. I asked myself, how did I get here? When did I trade calling for fear? When I didn't recognize myself, you still knew my name. I lost my image, but you didn't change. I was confused, but you weren't ashamed. When I didn't recognize myself, you called me back and didn't recognize myself. You saw what I couldn't see. I lost my direction, but not my identity. I forgot who I was, but you remember me when I didn't recognize myself. You waited patiently. I measure my worth by how well I blended. by how often I was accepted and mentioned. I learned how to shrink just to stay inside. Called it humility, but it was pride. I muted my voice to keep the peace. Stop standing firm just to feel relief. I didn't betray you all at once. I drifted slowly, inch by inch. I chased stability over truth. Thought comfort was a safer route, but safety without purpose burns, and the soul knows when it's not aligned. You let me feel the disconnect, not to punish me but to correct. You stripped the mask, pulled me aside, and said this isn't who you are inside. I thought I was too far gone to return. Didn't know identity can't be relearned. You don't erase me, you reform. You don't discard what you deserve. When I didn't recognize myself, you spoke my name again. Reminded me of who I was before I tried to blend. I lost my voice, but you helped me stand. When I didn't recognize myself, you called me back. When I didn't recognize myself, you didn't rush the change. You rebuild slowly, grace by grace. I found myself in your embrace. When I didn't recognize you, stay. Strip away everything that's not from you. Take the labels, take the view. I don't wanna be what I learned to be, yeah. I wanna be who you created in me. Before the noise, before the fear, before I learned how to disappear. Call me back to the core of truth. Restore the parts I tried to mute when I didn't recognize myself. You gave me sight. Not who I was, but who you decide. I found my voice, I drew the line. When I didn't recognize myself, you made me right. When I didn't recognize myself, you gave me grace to begin. Not a copy, not a blend, I'm finally me again. When I didn't recognize myself, you brought me home within. I didn't lose myself forever. I just forgot who I was until you reminded me. I held the wheel like I knew the way. Mapped every move, every step I take. I caught it planning, caught it control. Didn't know fear was behind the wheel the whole time. I prayed for peace, but clenched my fist. Asked for direction, but wouldn't release. I wanted answers, wanted a why, but skipped the part where trust applies. I tried to manage what I couldn't fix, carried outcomes that weren't my risk. I stayed tense, stayed ready to fight, even when nothing was wrong that night. I thought letting go meant falling apart. Didn't know it was the start of the rest of my heart. I was strong, but I was tired inside, holding on to things you never asked me to guide. I kept saying, God, I trust you, but my hand said something else was true. I asked for peace while gripping fear. Didn't know freedom was letting you steer. When I let go, you stepped in. When I released control, you brought peace again. I stopped fighting, I stopped pretending. When I let go, you held me steady. When I let go, I finally breathed. I wasn't losing ground, I was being freed. I gave you what I couldn't defend. When I let go, you caught me then. Show me trust isn't passive at all. It's choosing faith when I wanna stop. It's laying plans down at your feet and believing you're still complete. I thought control was keeping me safe, but it only magnified my mistakes. I kept rehearsing every worst case scene, letting tomorrow steal the day from me. You reminded me I'm not alone. I don't have to carry what's not my own. I don't have to know how it all plays out. I just had to walk when you say now. I learned surrender isn't defeat, it's trusting you more than my need. I stopped gripping what drained my strength and found rest I hadn't felt in ages. I didn't lose control of my life, I placed it in stronger than mine. I stopped asking what if it breaks.
Started trusting what you made when I let go. You gave me rest, not answers, something better instead. I didn't fall, I didn't bend when I let go. You held me then when I let go. You cleared my sight, I stopped living tense, started living right. I gave you fear, you gave me light when I let go. Everything let go. I don't need it, control the end. I just need to walk with you again. I don't need certainty or proof, I just need truth. Take the weight I was never meant to hold. Take the plans I tried on. I don't wanna leave myself anymore, I wanna follow you for sure. When I let go, I found my peace. It's not in answers, but believe I didn't lose who I was meant to be. When I let go, you restored me. When I let go, I felt your grace. It's not rushing grace, just steady pace. I don't need control to feel okay. When I let go, you made a way. I didn't lose my grip on life, I gave me peace. When I let go, I kept pushing past my limits, calling weakness commitment. Told myself rest was optional, even when my soul felt brittle. I stayed up late, woke up early, gave my best until it hurt me. I poured from cups already dry, wonder why I felt empty inside. I didn't wanna slow my pace, didn't wanna fall behind in the race. I measured worth by how much I gave, ignored the cost of being brave. I thought strength meant never stopping, never breaking, never dropping. Didn't know endurance has a line, and crossing it cost peace every time. I reached the end of what I could do, every solution led back to you. I didn't fail, I finally saw that I needed more than my own resolve. When I ran out of strength, you gave me yours. I couldn't stand, but you stood short. I hit the wall, you opened doors. When I ran out of strength, you gave me more. When I ran out of strength, you didn't rush, you let me rest, you rebuilt trust. I stopped striving, I stopped the push. When I ran out of strength, you carried us. You showed me weakness isn't shame, it's where grace steps in and takes the reins. You don't ask me to be enough, you ask me to trust you when it's rough. I learned you don't need my perfection, just honesty and direction. You don't empower empty pride, you empower hearts that finally cry. I stopped pretending I was fine, stop drawing strength from overtime. I learned how to pause without guilt, let you rebuild what I couldn't fix. You weren't disappointed in my fall, you were waiting for me to call. You didn't say try harder now, you said let me show you how. I lay my effort at your feet, stop competing with defeat. I didn't lose ground when I knelt, I gained the strength I never felt. When I ran out of strength, you met me there, not with pressure, but patient care. I wasn't strong, but you were fair. When I ran out of strength, you stayed aware. When I ran out of strength, you reset my pace, taught me endurance is fueled by grace. I didn't break, I learned my place. When I ran out of strength, you sustained me. I don't need to prove I'm strong, I just need to lean on you when I'm not. I don't need to win every fight, I just need your light tonight. Take my weakness, take my pride, take the urge to overdrive. I don't want borrowed strength anymore, I want yours, nothing more. When I ran out of strength, you filled the gap, not all at once, finally took over. I replayed every failure in my head, every wrong turn, every word I said. Told myself you should've known. Let regrets sit heavy like a stone. I second-guessed every thought I had, every instinct felt unreliable bad. I used to move bold, now I'm free, paralyzed by what might be. I didn't wanna mess it up again. Didn't trust my judgment, didn't trust my pen. I asked everyone else what they do, but forgot discernment came from you. I called it wisdom, but it was fear of playing it safe just to stay clear of. I lost my confidence in the mess. Didn't know grace still covered my steps. I thought my path disqualified me, like my mistakes rewrote destiny. I forgot you still got broken men, not perfect ones, repentant ones. When I start trusting myself, I lean into you. I let go of control and follow truth. I don't rely on me, I rely on you. When I start trusting myself, you pull me through. When I start trusting myself, you pull me through. When I start trusting myself, you steady my feet. I learned surrender is how I'm free. I don't need my strength to walk in peace. When I start trusting myself, you let me. You show me discernment grows with time. Now with fear, now we rewind. You don't erase the lessons learned, you redeem the bridges burned. I thought falling meant I lost my place. Didn't know growth sometimes comes with breaks. You didn't ask me to be flawless, you asked me to be honest. I learned you still speak through humble hearts, even after missed starts. You got the ones who listen close, not the ones who trust themselves the most. I stopped asking what if I fail and started asking what if you're faithful. I learned obedience beats perfection and trust beats self-protection. I stopped leaning on my own sight, stop trying to get it right. I place my steps in better hands and peace finally begins. When I start trusting myself, I found your voice, not louder, just more sure. I didn't need certainty, I needed choice. When I start trusting myself, I trusted you. When I start trusting myself, you rebuild my view. I don't walk by fear, I walk by truth. I don't need control to move ahead. When I stop trusting myself, you let it instead. I don't need to see the whole road, I just need the next step shown. I don't need to feel prepared, I just need to know you're there. Take my doubts, take my pride, take the urge to overanalyze. I don't trust my fear anymore. When I start trusting myself, I found my peace, not in control, but in belief. I still move forward, but not afraid. When I start trusting myself, you made the way, you made the way, you made the way. When I start trusting myself, I learn what's true. I'm not the source, it's always been you. I don't walk alone, I don't pretend. When I stop trusting myself, I trusted him. I didn't lose confidence forever, I just placed it in better hands. I still said amen, still bowed my head, still knew the verses, still knew what you said. But something felt off, something felt then, like the fire went out, but the habit stayed in. I sang the songs but they didn't hit, used to feel heaven, now I just sit. I opened the Bible, read every line, but the words felt distant, like they were mine. I kept a routine, lost a connection,
motion without resurrection. I wasn't doubting you were real, I just couldn't feel what I used to feel. I didn't walk away, didn't curse your name, I just whispered prayers that sounded the same. I showed up tired, spirit low, wondering where the passion would go. I thought silence meant you left, didn't know you were teaching me depth. I chased the feeling, missed the truth, didn't know quiet still counted as faith too. When my faith went cold, when my faith went quiet, you were still near, even in silence. You stayed right here, I couldn't feel you, but you didn't disappear. When my faith went quiet, you stayed clear. When my faith went quiet, you didn't pull away, you held me steady. Day after day, I lost the feeling, but now you're away. When my faith went quiet, you stayed. You showed me faith isn't built on emotion, it's built on truth when there's no devotion. You don't leave when the goosebumps fade, you stay when the feelings change. I learned trust doesn't always shout, sometimes it kneels, sometimes it doubts, sometimes it keeps walking slow, even when it doesn't know. I watched other worship loud while I stood still in the crowd. Felt like something was wrong with me, like I lost my spiritual clarity. But you whispered, this is part of growth. When roots go deep but the surface goes cold. I wasn't falling, I wasn't done, I was learning to walk without needing the sun. I thought quiet meant I failed the test, didn't know you were building rest. I learned obedience still counts, even when praise feels bound. When my faith went quiet, when my faith went quiet, you didn't shame me, you didn't rush me, you didn't blame me. I didn't feel you, but you sustained me. When my faith went quiet, you remained with me. When my faith went quiet, you stayed true. I held on weak, but you held me too. I couldn't hear you, but you still knew. When my faith went quiet, you pulled me through. Teach me to trust you without a noise, teach me to listen without a voice, teach me to walk when I don't feel strong, teach me to stay when the fire feels gone. I don't need signs every single day, I just need truth when I lose my way. Even when worship feels dry and plain, you are still God, you don't change. You are still God, you don't change. When my faith went quiet, you carried me through, not by feeling, but by what is true. I didn't quit, I just learned something new. When my faith went quiet, you stayed true. When my faith went quiet, you blew my rules. Less emotion, more absolute. I don't need noise to know it's you. When my faith went quiet, you proved you're true. When my faith went quiet, you stayed. Silence wasn't absence, it was depth. And you were still there the whole time. I didn't cry, didn't pray aloud, didn't feel lost, didn't feel found. I moved through days on autopilot, heart on mute, soul staying quiet. I smiled enough to look okay, but nothing inside me much to say. Joy didn't hurt, pain didn't sting. I felt detached from everything. I wasn't running, wasn't far, just disconnected from who you are. I showed up but I wasn't there, like life kept moving while I stared. I thought none was safer than pain, didn't know silence still leaves stain. I asked myself, what did I miss? When feeling nothing felt like this. I thought silence meant my heart was gone, didn't know you were still holding on. I couldn't feel you, couldn't feel me, didn't know numbness wasn't the end of a bullet. When my heart went silent, you
stayed involved. You showed me numbness isn't strength. It's just pain stretched out in length. It's the soul protecting scars, building walls instead of scars. I learned emotions don't disappear. They wait quietly under fear. And you don't rush what needs your time. You hear gently line by line. You didn't shame me for going cold. You didn't force what I couldn't hold. You sat with me in the still. Patience steady, never ill. I realize fate doesn't always feel alive. Sometimes it just stays and survives. And you don't leave when passion fades. You stay through every muted phase. I didn't need a louder song. Needed you to stay this long. In the quiet you rebuild trust, teaching me to feel again, not rush. When my heart went silent, you waited it out. You didn't demand words, you didn't shout. I wasn't ready yet, but you didn't doubt. When my heart went silent, you stayed around. When my heart went silent, you restored sound. Not all at once, slowly now. You brought the feeling back somehow. When my heart went silent, you turned it around. Teach me to feel without fear again. Teach me to trust you with what's within. I don't wanna hide behind the numb. I don't wanna run from what I become. If it hurts, I'll let it hurt. If I cry, I'll let it work. I don't need to shut it down. I just need you here right now. When my heart went silent, you gave it voice. Not forcing feeling, giving choice. I didn't break, I didn't fall. When my heart went silent, you restored it all. When my heart went silent, I felt you near. No, not loud, hush, just clear. I'm not numb, I'm not alone. When my heart went silent, you brought me home. I thought silence meant I was done, but it was just a space you used to teach me how to feel again. Hey, I carried everyone else's expectations, smiled through stress and my frustration. Said I got it every time they asked, even when my spirit felt cracked. I stayed dependable, stayed on call. Never show weakness, never let it fall. I thought being silent meant never breaking. Didn't know silence was what was slowly taking me. Responsibility stacked like bricks, every promise heavy to fix. I kept my pace, never slowed my stride, but pressure was building up deep inside. I told myself rest was something I'd earned. After every bridge I felt forced to burn. I didn't want to disappoint or fail, so I kept carrying more than I was built to handle. I thought strength meant holding it all. Didn't know wisdom knows when to fall. I felt the weight start pulling me down, but I didn't know how to lay it down. When the weight got too heavy, you told me to rest. I wasn't meant to carry what you already handled best. I was breaking slowly, trying to do it myself. When the weight got too heavy, you carried the rest. When the weight got too heavy, you opened my hands. Showed me surrender was part of the plan. I wasn't weak, I was just stretched. When the weight got too heavy, you stepped in there. I confused endurance with neglecting my so-called burnout. Focus paid a toll, yeah. I kept moving fast to avoid the truth that I needed you more than proof. I didn't ask for help, didn't slow my pace. Didn't wanna look faithless or out of place. I thought leaning meant losing ground. Didn't know trust where strength is found. You showed me even you took time away. Step back to pray, didn't always stay. You didn't hear the world in one day, so why was I living like I had to? I learned carrying everything isn't holy. It's pride dressed up as being loyal. You never asked me to be the source, just to walk with you on the course. I reached the point where I couldn't pretend. I finally bowed instead of bending. Laid the weight down on the floor and felt peace I hadn't felt before. I reached the point where I couldn't pretend. I finally bowed instead of bending. I laid the weight down on the floor and felt peace peace I hadn't felt before. When the weight got too heavy, you met me there. Not with judgment, but patient care. I stopped striving, I stopped the fear. When the weight got too heavy, you were near. When the weight got too heavy, you didn't rush. You slowed my heart, you rebuilt trust. I gave you what I couldn't fix. When the weight got too heavy, you lifted. I don't have to prove my worth, I don't have to say the word. I don't have to be enough, you already are. Say the pressure, take it low. Say the things I can't control. I don't need to hold it all, I just need to hold on to you. When the weight got too heavy, you restored my breath. I learned to rest without regret. I'm not behind, I'm not a mess. When the weight got too heavy, you gave me rest. When the weight got too heavy, I finally saw that strength is trusting who you are. I'm still standing, but not stressed. When the weight got too heavy, you handle the rest. I didn't drop the weight, I gave it back. And that changed every day.